supposed to be? Who in the name of God is it for? Is it aimed at 90-year-old grannies? TikTok is a sea of rage with young people, a mixture of bemused and angry over a bizarre programme they can't remotely relate to. Who's got time to waste hours making candles from beeswax? The Duchess helpfully informing those of us who don't own our own hives that we can get beeswax from our local beekeeper. Eh? Many of her luxury living tips seem to involve removing products from their shop bags and putting them into other bags tied up with a bow. Remember, folks, never tie a knot without a bow. Episode 1 of this 8-part dirge revolves around lovely, smiling Meg cutting up millions of vegetables for her lackey employee, Daniel, the makeup man. Olympic-class sycophant Daniel is easily pleased. "Why doesn't everyone serve them like this?" he gushes. "They're like green pearls." "No, Danny boy, they're just peas." As he joins his boss to enjoy the view from the house she has rented as a film studio, Dan declares, "This all feels so fake." Couldn't have put it better myself. It starts with bees. As some John Lennon lookalike helps Meghan confront her fears. Insects buzzing around her, Meg whispers, "I'm trying to stay in the calm of it. It's beautiful to be so connected." To what? What is she on about? For the indecipherable Mrs. Sussex, English is a second language. She speaks Californian gobbledygook. Check this out. "What was really fun was learning something with your friends and then recognizing that the mahjong becomes the background of the expansion of the friendship." Does she even know what that means? And does she even have friends? Or just minions like Daniel on the payroll and roped-in C-list renter celebs? But back to the show, as we savour the joys of someone else's kitchen, while Meghan regularly, unwisely, blurts out, "This is not my real home." There's a must-have recipe for ice cubes. Remember, folks, never use tap water. And she bakes a cake, even though she doesn't like baking. Nor do I. Especially when the laborious construction of a monstrous, amateurish honey lemon sponge is presented to the stupefied audience as TV entertainment. "It's a beautiful on the inside cake," Meghan insists. Let's hope so, because it's ugly on the outside. She brews some tea with all the visual charm of a urine sample. Coming soon, by the way, to a lifestyle site near you, and chucks some pasta and tomatoes, into a pot and grandiosely calls it single skillet spaghetti. Memo to Meg. The water you boil the pasta in is not a sauce. She makes the mistake of introducing professional chef Roy Choi, whose culinary skills remind us that plodding home-cook Meghan doesn't really have any. And then that excruciating moment when she rounds on likeable actress Mindy Kaling for calling her Meghan Markle. You could cut the ice-cold atmosphere with one of the Duchess's sorely overused vegetable knives as she hisses, "It's so funny. You keep saying Meghan Markle, but you know it's Sussex now." No, Meghan, it's not Sussex, and it's definitely not funny. What is funny is the unintentional comedy of a toweringly tedious production that is so breathtakingly bad, it's almost mesmerising. But what's that noise? It's the sound of off switches being pressed by the handful of long-suffering viewers who are still awake. It's the sound of failure.
I don't think anyone in the world knows that Meghan Markle has eaten Jack in the Box and loves it.
It's so funny, too, that you keep saying Meghan Markle. You know I'm Sussex now.
As you know, I'm not her biggest fan.
The news broke recently, sending ripples through the media landscape. With love, Meghan has been renewed for a second season. This heartwarming series, produced by and starring the Duchess of Sussex, captivated audiences with its blend of romance, humour and heartfelt emotion. Yet, as is often the case where Meghan Markle is concerned, the announcement wasn't met with universal applause. Certain corners of the British press, those self-appointed arbiters of decorum and taste, responded with predictable disdain. This time, the venom came from the likes of Kinsey Schofield and Maureen Callahan, commentators known for their less than favourable views on the Duchess. Their pronouncements, dripping with thinly veiled contempt, painted a picture of a woman desperate for attention, her every move calculated for maximum exposure. What these critics fail to grasp, or perhaps willfully ignore, is the quiet dignity with which Meghan has navigated the relentless scrutiny of her public life. From the outset, she has chosen to engage on her own terms, using her platform to amplify voices that too often go unheard. With love, Meghan is a testament to this commitment, showcasing diverse talent and stories that resonate with viewers around the world. The series' success is a victory not just for Meghan, but for anyone who has ever dared to dream beyond the confines of expectation. The criticisms levelled at Meghan are nothing new. She's been accused of being too Hollywood, too ambitious, too different. Her every action, from her fashion choices to her charitable endeavours, is dissected and scrutinised with an intensity usually reserved for matters of national security. This relentless negativity speaks volumes about the critics themselves, revealing a deep-seated discomfort with women who defy easy categorization. Meghan's detractors seem particularly threatened by her success outside the confines of the royal family. They cling to outdated notions of what it means to be a royal, failing to recognise that the monarchy, like any institution, must evolve to remain relevant. Meghan, with her modern sensibility and global outlook, represents a future that they seem determined to resist. But their efforts are futile. The world has moved on, embracing a more inclusive and equitable future, and Meghan is at the forefront of this change. One aspect of the With Love Meghan saga that seems to have particularly irked the British press is the revelation that both seasons were filmed back-to-back. This strategic move, a testament to Meghan's business acumen, has been painted as further evidence of her manipulative nature. Yet, this is standard practice in the television industry, a way to streamline production and ensure consistency across seasons. What this criticism truly reveals is a fundamental misunderstanding of Meghan's approach. She is not content to be merely a passive participant in her own narrative. She understands the power of media and is determined to use it to her advantage. By taking control of her own story, she is challenging the traditional power dynamics that have long governed the relationship between public figures and the press. Section 4. The hate-love paradox of public image. Meghan's experience is not unique. Throughout history, women who have dared to break the mold have faced similar backlash. From Princess Diana to Michelle Obama, those who challenge the status quo are often met with resistance and hostility. It's a testament to their strength and resilience that they persevere, using their platforms to advocate for change and inspire others. What these women understand is that true power lies not in conforming to expectations, but in embracing one's authentic self. It is in this space of authenticity that genuine connection is forged, and it is this connection that fuels their enduring appeal. Section 5. Building an Empire on Authenticity, the Meghan Blueprint. While the British press continues to churn out negative headlines, Meghan's star continues to rise. Her Archewell Foundation, a testament to her commitment to social justice and empowerment, has garnered widespread praise for its impactful work. Her podcast, Archetypes, topped the charts, offering insightful conversations with women from all walks of life. The key to Meghan's success lies in her authenticity. She doesn't shy away from difficult conversations, nor does she pretend to have all the answers. She approaches her work with a refreshing candour and vulnerability that resonates deeply with her audience. Section 6. Beyond the palace walls, a chorus of support. Perhaps the most telling indication of Meghan's impact is the outpouring of support she receives from her fans around the world. They see in her a reflection of their own struggles and aspirations, a woman who refuses to be defined by the limitations others seek to impose. The British press may continue to peddle their tired narratives, but their words ring hollow in the face of this groundswell of admiration. Meghan's story is far from over. In fact, it feels like it's just beginning. And this time she's writing the script.